Hey y'all, welcome to yet another direct action gaming session. We are continuing our Wasteland journey today. It is coming to a close, but here we are again until it does. And before we get too deep into the action, I just want to talk a little bit about ways to support the channel if you are new here. In the description, you will find a link to my donation page. It is Ko-fi. I have a page there. You can throw me a few bucks and help the channel out if you are feeling generous and you like what I do here. That's an option. I'm also on Blue Sky. So if you want to know more about the stuff that I'm doing with regards to the channel, mostly, you can check me out on Blue Sky and see the kind of stuff that I'm working on. Also, you can like, comment, and subscribe. That is always a free and easy way to help any YouTube channel. So if you would like to do those things, go right ahead. And, well, here we are again. Let's go to the timer. Where is my timer? Okay, starting the timer. Gameplay is now commencing. Alright, so back at it again, and I'm kind of thinking maybe we will... Harry, what's going on, buddy? Harry's bored. He wants something to do. You can't play the game with me, Harry. You can't do it. You're just going to knock everything over. I am kind of thinking... maybe we'll do the crazy thing and we'll use the teleportation machine. I mean, why not? It's right here, and we could just teleport to Hoffman Farm. We could do that. We could just teleport straight to Hoffman Farm, and we could sacrifice Protectron to get another agenda card right now. Now, we would... take 3 damage, but we could get that back with camping, so yeah. I think we're going to do 2 quest actions in a row here for this turn. So 1, we're going to use the machine. Gonna teleport over to Hoffman Farm from Robco Factory. We do take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Alright, but now we are here at Hoffman Farm. And I guess Ship of Thesis just stays in play. It does not say to trash it. The teleportation machine is just here at the Robco Factory, and it can be used by anybody at any time, really. Now that we're here, though, Children of the Atom says that if we bring a new recruit for their favor, just to remind us, I'm going to read this again a little bit. A missionary stands in the street preaching a new religion called the Children of Atom. Many followers gather at Hoffman Farm, inviting all to embrace Atom's glow. Sounds very cool and very normal. But we would like an agenda card, because if we can get anything other than security, that would be great. If we could get something other than freedom, we could potentially win the game just right now. If we can get like an alternate agenda card that we can get 2 bonus points with by just doing gameplay stuff, we could potentially win the game, because we're at 8. If we can get an additional 2, well, that brings us almost to the end of the game, doesn't it? Not quite the end. It's 10. All right, anyway, let's try to get another agenda card. Second quest action. Hoffman Farm, discard a companion. So, bye-bye, Protectron. We're throwing you in the discard pile. Okay. That is the second quest action. And we get an agenda card for that, and we stage 95. Okay. So we'll take the top agenda card and see what it is. And it is Managing it. Okay. Okay, that's cool. So we will toss security and we will keep managing it. And this means we get an additional bonus point already for being well rested. So we are at 9 influence now, and we can gain a further influence if we can just get one more drug item. So there is that. Being at 10 is great, but we would still need one more point in order to win the game, because you need 11 when you're doing solo. So, all right. But we're a little bit closer now, so that's cool. Now we also look for 95 to stage that one. Where in the heck is... All right. 95 is a growing following. Okay. So we get rid of Children of the Atom. We now have a growing following. And we'll check this one out. It says... Under the command of a singular new recruit, the Church of the Children of Adam has gone from a couple meager missionaries to an entire organization in a very short time. That's impressive, since all I did was just give them my robot. Everywhere you go, you can hear the word of Adam being preached under the leadership of the Confessor. Gather recruits to your side. So there's 2 options. We can either gather recruits to our side, and basically that's just do a quest action at any settlement and suffer 2 rad damage. Huh. We would get a companion out of that, but we'd also get some rad damage. Second option is local bounty hunters are too afraid to take bounties on the Confessor, but you have more convincing ways to get someone to agree to the job. We could kill a bounty hunter, and that would gain us another agenda card that we kinda don't need. Not really. Well, we will think about this. The turn is over. Current turn is over. So what we're going to need to do now is pull another agenda card to see what activates this time. We do get shield, creature, and robot. So Mr. Gutsy is going to move 1 space closer to us. The mole rat is going to move to the space next to us, and we're going to get attacked by... We're getting attacked by a bunch of creatures all at the same time. We're getting attacked by a feral ghoul and a rad scorpion, and the bloatfly is going to snipe at us from Megaton. So, okay. Alright, we'll resolve these fights one at a time. We'll start with the feral ghoul. Feral ghoul has weaknesses all over the place except for the arms. So should be pretty easy to take this one down. Alright, so fighting the feral ghoul. What do we get? We get 3 torsos and no damage. We take our minigun and just splatter this feral ghoul all over the place, taking 0 damage. So that's pretty cool. We do get 2 XP. 1, 2 for taking out the feral ghoul. So we're getting close to leveling up here. Remove this guy from the map. And we're going to replace the closest creature icon, which is right here in the forest above Hoffman Farm with an inactive enemy. Now we fight the rad scorpion. We need limbs to damage the rad scorpion. Level 1 enemy. We need some limbs. And we get 1 leg. And that is enough. Yeah. we also splatter the Rad Scorpion for no damage. Goodbye, Rad Scorpion, and we get an additional XP. This is going pretty good. I like having a minigun. Okay. Alright, so the Rad Scorpion is gone, and we're going to replace the closest creature icon, which I guess is going to be Ashbury Road, with another inactive creature. Now we take on the Bloatfly. We don't get an additional damage because the Bloatfly is ranged, but we just need torso and or headshots to take down the Bloatfly, and we only need one of them because the Bloatfly is level 1. So can we smush the Bloatfly just as easily with our minigun? We can, because we do get another torso with no damage, and that's all we kind of need. So, boom. Goodbye, Bloatfly. We take no damage, we gain 1 XP, and actually, that is enough for us to level up yet again. It'll take us to back to the beginning of the XP track. We have leveled up yet again. So, first of all, we're going to remove the Bloatfly from play. I'm going to replace this creature icon with another inactive creature. Okay, and we grab 2 chips here. Grab 2 of them at random and see which ones they are. We get an E and an A. So I guess we are definitely taking E for endurance. We now have all of the attributes. And this is nice because now we get 3 rerolls with our minigun since we have endurance. Cool. All right. So with all that in mind, it is now time for another turn. And I think what we're going to do is a settlement encounter. Yes, we're going to do a settlement encounter because it would be nice to be able to buy some rad away and get rid of some of this rad damage that we have accrued here. And we might also camp to get some of our HP back as well. So first of all, we're going to do a settlement encounter though. So I'll grab the top one off the deck here and we'll see what it says. It says, as you go about your shopping, a shady individual approaches you and whispers in your ear, "Hello, friend. You look like someone who is seeking more interesting fare than what's on sale here." Okay. So we have 3 options. 1, we can ignore him and continue our shopping. 2, we can slink away with him. 3, we can be a snitch and yell for the guards. Well, yeah, I'm just ignoring him. I'm ignoring him. Saying, sorry, pal, I don't care. I just want to shop. All right, so we're just going to shop. It says, the guy rubs you the wrong way, shop. So what this means is we're on Hopman Farm. That's level 2. We can do 2 shopping actions now. And we put this on the bottom of the settlement encounter. We are now allowed to do 2 shopping actions. So I think what we're going to do here, and I think 2 is probably all we really need to do, because I kind of think I can sell my combat knife for 2 caps, and then I can also buy Radaway for 4. So really, I guess I'm just sort of ditching the combat knife. We're discarding that. And now we get a discounted Radaway for just 2 caps. So we're getting rid of 2 caps, and we are acquiring a Radaway. And this says during your turn you may discard this card to recover 4 rad damage. And I think we're just going to do that right now. We're just going to toss the Radaway now, and we're going to move the rad peg down 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're down to 2 rads rather than being at, I think we were at 6 rads. Okay. Cool. So that was a settlement encounter, and I think, like I was saying before, probably I'm also just going to camp so that I can get some HP back. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to be back at 15 now after camping. And we already have well rested, and there's nothing that we need to unexhaust, so we just get some HP back there. That is the end of the turn. So now we need to draw another agenda card and see what happens. It says Star and Mutant. So since we are allied with the Brotherhood, the Paladin does nothing. Just sort of chilling out at the Super Duper Mart. We have 2 mutants on the map, so one of them moves to the south of Megaton, and the Overlord, I guess, moves into this space, and that was the mutants. Okay. Cool. So we now have another turn that we can do something with. What should we do? We could kill a bounty hunter. That's a thing we could do. We could do that. We might as well do that. I mean, that's kind of the only thing to do right now. It's kind of the... either that or just random Wasteland encounters, I suppose. But screw it. Let's just... we can do a move. And that move... I mean, we could move to Megaton and then just pick a fight with that bounty hunter. Since we have the minigun, we can do ranged combat. So we wouldn't have to move into that space, right? We could do a move and a fight with the bounty hunter. And if nothing else, we would get 2 XP and some loot from that. So, yeah, why the hell not? We'll move to Megaton. Boom. And then we will start a fight with the bounty hunter. Since the bounty hunter is ranged, we don't get a bonus hit. We do need 2 hits, and we need limbs to take down the bounty hunter. So what do we get? We get no hits whatsoever. So that's cool. But that's fine, because we get 3 rerolls, and we still have well rested. So let's do another reroll. This time for strength. And we still get no hits. Nothing but torsos, 2 torsos and a head. And we need limbs. Okay. So that's our first reroll gone, and we still don't have a single hit. Let's do endurance now. What do we get? Now we get those limbs. Okay, so we get a leg, and we get arms, and we get 1 damage back. So that is more like 3 damage. 1 multiplied by 2, not plus 1. Not plus 1, because we do have our minigun now. So the fact that this is a shootout means he doesn't get bonus damage. Neither do I. He just gives us 1 damage because I've got that lab coat. So, alright, we take out the bounty hunter and we only take 1 point of damage for it. Bounty hunter is gone. We're going to replace the closest humanoid symbol, which is, I don't know, either the Super Duper Mart or that spot by Red Rocket. We'll just choose Red Rocket. We'll just put an inactive humanoid right there. We will also gain 2 XP for this, for taking down the bounty hunter. And we will also get to draw 1 card from the loot deck and see what that is. That's another alarm. That's not the bell. We got another 12 minutes. What is this loot card? Hey, It's Mentats. That's our third drug item. We now have 10 influence. Oh my gosh, if we had a way to just advance the Brotherhood one more space, we would win the game. But, ugh. Alright, oh, and I think Liberty Prime moved again at the end of last turn. I forgot to do that. Okay, well, let's see. So, yeah, we have killed the bounty hunter. So, a growing following, it says, local bounty hunters are too afraid to take bounties on the Confessor, but you have more convincing ways. Ba ba ba, kill a bounty hunter. Okay. So we would get an agenda card, and we would also get, we can also stage 98. Now, it might be worth trying to take an agenda card, because if we do get something that will allow us to get 2 bonus points, that would be dope. Also, taking this final agenda card would move the Enclave forward 1 space, which means we once again lose our bonus points from the Brotherhood. But rules are the rules. We get an agenda card. It is security. It's useless. We're tossing that. Great. Well, we don't get our potentially bonus point, and we lose our other bonus points because the Enclave now moves forward 1 space because the agenda deck has been depleted. Okay, well, we also stage 98, so we'll see what that is. What is 98? It's the Last Fanatics. Okay. So, we get rid of a growing following that is removed from the game, and we now have the Last Fanatics. Okay. Oh, right. We also need to put... Let's see. I forgot to put an extra card down last time for the shop. So we have a Singed Duster in the shop now. You don't have to get rid of anything because I did buy the Rataway. Singed Duster says, during a test that uses A or L, add 1 hit. Ooh, that's kind of nice. But, I don't know. I kind of think I'd like to keep my lab coat because that makes intelligence tests easier and drugs do not count against our inventory limit. And it's the same amount of damage that it would absorb too. So, I don't know. Tempting to go for the Singed Duster, but I think I'm going to keep the lab coat. Also, it's just funny thinking of Wanda running around in a lab coat, just pockets full of drugs, just conquering the wasteland with a minigun. Anyway, so... this new card, The Last Fanatics, it says, the children of the atom begin to dwindle, but several enraged members make a final stand with one of their warheads. No. It says, place a quest marker at the highest level settlement. This is the bomb. At the end of each round, place 1 cap on this card. When there are 3 caps on this card, automatically resolve Objective 2. No one gets an agenda card. Oh, gosh. Highest level settlement is... Well, that's Megaton. Oh no! Oh gosh, there's a bomb in Megaton now. It's gonna go off in 3 turns. Oh my gosh. Alright, so here's the deal. We moved and we fought the bounty hunter. So that is the end of this turn. So that means several things are going to happen. We already depleted the agenda deck, so we have to sort of reshuffle the handful of agenda cards that we do have to be able to pull another one. Let's see. We already moved the Enclave forward. Let's see. What is the other thing that we need to do? Right. We also need to move Liberty Prime forward once more, and we also need to take a cap and put it on the Fanatics card. Boom. So we have 2 turns to defuse the bomb. Right, and there's a quest marker on Megaton now. I think we remove this Vertibird quest marker as well, because it just doesn't seem to matter anymore. At this point, the Enclave is far more concerned with desperately trying to stop Liberty Prime from undoing their dastardly plans over at Project Purity over here. They won't be able to do that because nobody is around to generate more Enclave soldiers for them with lots of, money. So, yeah, Liberty Prime is just going to walk unopposed to Project Purity. But we also have a bomb that's about to explode in Megaton now, y'all. So our options are either just sort of let it happen. We can... Yeah. I'm reading this right. Option 2 is you just do a quest action at the bomb. And it just says, embrace Adam's glow. Detonate the bomb. We're not doing that, though, because that's insane. We're not blowing up Megaton. I'm sorry, we're not doing that. We're going to approach the bomb and defuse it. This is a PIAL 5 test. So that would be a quest action. And that is a test I am almost certain we can pass. So, we're going to start this turn off. Well, first of all, we need to draw an agenda card to see what activates. We have to do that before we do the next turn. And we do have shield, creature, and robot. So, we do get attacked by a mole rat. And all these other creatures are going to activate now. Got a Rad Scorpion by Huffman Farm. We've got a Stingwing by Ashbury Road. And we have a Rad Roach out there in that field. Okay. The Mole Rat was a creature, and we moved that. And we also have a Stingwing down in the Super Mutant camp that will move below Megaton there. And let's see. Yeah, we also have robots, so this means we also get shot at by Mr. Gutsy. Mr. Gutsy moves a space up and takes a shot at us. Okay. So that's what happens. We have 2 fights that we need to resolve now. Let's do the Mole Rat first. Level 1 enemy needs chests, torso hits, so let's see how easily we can splat this Mole Rat with our freaking minigun. We do get... I think we automatically kill it, really, because we get 1 automatic point against enemies that don't have ranged. So it's kind of automatically dead, but I'm going to roll the die anyway. And I think what this means is I take no damage. Since I get 1 auto hit, and that's all I need... I'm going to double check this real quick. Real quick. Does this apply all the time or just if I'm in an adjacent space? Let's see here. Let's go to the fight action. Ranged attack. Additionally, weapons can have the ranged icon, which allows you to fight enemies that are in spaces adjacent to you. When you fight an enemy that is in an adjacent space that does not also have a ranged icon, you automatically inflict 1 additional hit. Okay, so you do need to be in an adjacent space to get that free auto hit. So that means we are going to need to spend this die to take out the mole rat, we only take one. Actually, we take no damage. It says 1 damage, but we have our lab coat on that absorbs that. So yes, we just splatter the mole rat for no damage. We get 1 XP for that. So let's see, where is the closest creature icon? I guess over here in Vault 84 Valley. We're going to put... I saw that one, so we need to put another random creature icon inactive down there. Okay. And we get 1 XP for taking out the mole rat. Cool. So there is that. Now we have to take on Mr. Gutsy. So this is going to be a ranged fight. Neither of us is going to get a bonus hit because we may be in adjacent spaces, but we both have ranged weapons. So I need 2 hits to take down Mr. Gutsy, basically. And he only takes damage with the arms. So... can we take down Mr. Gutsy? We do get 1 arms hit, and that's cool, but the other 2 are not hits. So let's do our first strength reroll to see if we can get another arms hit. And we don't. We get a couple more misses. That's the bell. All right, so let's finish this up. We will resolve this fight here, and then we will call it yet another session. Very close to ending the game, but not quite over just yet. And we get our second arms hit. Okay, so that was the second reroll, and we got our hit. So, Mr. Gutsy is a level 2 enemy. That's 4 damage, reduced to 3 because I have a lab coat. So we take 3 hit points. 1, 2, 3 for spending these hits to take out Mr. Gutsy. Mr. Gutsy has been taken out, though. So we get 2 XP for that. 1, 2. And we remove Mr. Gutsy from the game. Place another inactive robot that might be a Protectron. If we can take down a Protectron, we can do and get another thing. So there's that. All right, so that was this session. We have got a bomb that is potentially going to go off that we need to try and defuse next time. Yeah, we need to try and do that. Okay, so I'm going to see y'all later, and we're going to try to finish this one up in the next session. I might not do a timer. We might just try to finish the whole damn thing up because we're so close. We're just waiting on Liberty Prime to get to Project Purity, and we basically win the game at that point. So, all right, I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, and we're gonna wrap this one up. Take it easy, y'all. Take care of each other. Hope y'all enjoyed. If you made it to the end, thank you kindly. See y'all when I see you.